Good morning guys, it's Nick here from Unique Life Design. I decided to make a quick video as my wife already has done a bit of work in our garden, which I wanted to show you. Actually it all started yesterday when I had a look online and I just came across some discussions regarding Rhapidophyllum hystrix, one of the most cold hardy palms in the world. And we have one and we've been enjoying having it. It's not been growing very fast, but it has been growing and it has been producing new heads steadily, although quite slowly. The rate of growth may have to do with being actually quite in a place where it doesn't see too much light. I have been told that it's best when it's not directly in the sun, but I have seen it positioned in different places and it still looks good. So what I came across actually was the idea that you can actually divide those heads, separate them and produce new plants. Wow! I kind of assumed, just like the summer herbs, that it's not gonna work, and I've never tried it. So I shared it with my wife, and being the workaholic that she is, early in the morning she already was in the garden and she started doing it, and I couldn't film the process for the simple reason that it is in a very difficult place, as I will show you in a second. I will go there and I will show you the mother plant, and then I will show you how we the separated plant, and then I will show you where we're planting it. So yeah, if you want to have a look how it works and what has happened, come with me. So this is the mother plant that we have. As you can see, it's not very tall. It has 1, 2, 3 at the back, 1, 4, and another one here. 5 heads left, and we already separated one. I might have mentioned in previous videos the actually main stem suffered some damage long time, years ago, and it kind of stopped growing, but it's still here, and I don't know whether it is that or not. The middle of it seems quite stuffed, so we've tried cleaning it up, we've tried everything to kind of prompt it to grow, and it seems like it has been growing, but at a glacial pace, literally very slowly. So yeah, but in the meantime, as you can see, you will see the one that we separated, and you will see this one as well. This one has already pretty much overtaken the main one in terms of growth and leaves. It is going to the side before I hope it turns up. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. But today my wife already worked here. It is a very difficult place to reach, and it is the same for the sunlight. Barely sees maybe half an hour of sunlight, if any, during the day. So it hasn't been growing too fast at all, but it has been growing. And it doesn't seem to mind that here the soil is a bit, well, more than a bit, quite wet, especially in the winter. So I've heard that those palms are very resilient, and actually they like a lot of water, but they seem to be able to bear a lot of cold along with water. So yeah, that's a good news. And in a minute I will show you the new plants. What my wife did is she watered it freely to loosen up the soil. I know that the ideal variant, well, the ideal method of dividing it would be to probably dig it out and then you know, very carefully separate, snap it out, and then carefully separate the different plants that you're separating, trying to preserve as much roots as possible. But we didn't want to risk taking the whole plant out because winter is around the corner and we didn't want to kind of stress the whole plant. So what she did was, as the head was here, we just watered it. She watered it quite freely and then waited a little bit, and then I know they have it's the needle palm after all, so it has these quite horrible needles, as you can see, but she still managed to kind of feel and loosen up a lot of roots, as you will see, and then slowly she snapped it out. It's quite easy actually to snap it out and then just pull it out bit by bit, trying to preserve as much roots as possible, and we are quite happy with the result. Okay, I will show you the plant that we separated now. Okay, this is the needle palm head that we managed to separate. My wife did it actually. So as you can see, it's quite nice, and most importantly, as you can see, on one side there are plenty of fruits. They seem to be, I have high hopes that this will actually be okay once we plant it, because that's not a small amount of fruits, including some small ones, and it seems that the plant is quite ready to produce new roots too. So yeah, we now even have some sun to see it in all its glory, and I hope that the place we will place it in will actually be allowing it to see a lot more of the sun, and probably and hopefully to grow a bit faster than it has been growing back there. So yeah, sometimes being very resilient and very cold hardy and very much able to deal with certain negatives predestined you to a place where you maybe not be reaching your full potential. So this is what happened with the mother plant. Because it's so tough, we decided to put it in a place where not many will survive. But it has been surviving and it has been growing. So yeah, I love this one. I think it will look fantastic at the place we put it. Now is the time to go in its final, probably permanent place, I hope. I just want to show you something else. This palm has a very attractive cover, like a net on top of its stem. I'm not sure it will be able to see it here, but I will come closer to hopefully show you. Let me see. My wife is trying to help me, but like a fine net on top that it's difficult to see now, but when it grows up it will be much more visible. It's quite interesting. I'm sure you can Google it online and see what I mean. Okay, let's go. It is actually presenting a bit of a problem with its roots, because the roots are quite big and the hoe is not big enough And the space is quite actually limited because on the one side we have a bit of a concrete base of the fence, so we have to find a way to accommodate the roots as much as possible. And the roots are also growing a bit of sideways rather than downward, and we will make sure to position it upright, not its natural sideways position that it was growing before. So yeah, it takes a bit of fiddling, it takes a bit of ingenuity, but I'm sure my wife will get there. Yep, it looks quite nice actually, from what I can see. Okay, let's have a look, closer look. Oh, too many plants as always. So, never too many, as they say. Always a place for another one. I think it looks lovely. Now, there's a little hole in the fence here for cats or maybe foxes. I hope they will be a bit careful going next to it, because the leaves are a bit stiff and tend to break. So I'm hoping it won't present a problem. But in my experience, the animals are rarely causing any damage to them. They seem to enjoy actually the jungle like look of our garden and view, and they tend to spend a lot of time here, as you can probably see in one of our other videos. We don't do anything special to invite them to the garden, they just find their way here, and because they feel comfortable, I guess, we are able to catch them just behaving naturally and having fun. So yeah, so this is the needle palm. Rhapidophyllum hystrix, a brand new plant. It is the very beginning of September, so I hope it will establish itself in the next couple of months, and we will be able to withstand the winter. I wouldn't do that for many plants, because not all are as tough as this one, but for this one I don't think it will be a problem. Okay guys, so this is it, planted, watered and ready to grow, and I actually quite like it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!